Glad to have you with us here on the Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones on with you as we are bringing you my first ever Chiefs Rumors mailbag. You got questions, you're in luck because I got answers. We will react to all of them and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, need a little favor from the kingdom. I need you to share today's show. Click the share button, select the Facebook icon, and then click post to Facebook. Sound off in the description with your thoughts on today's show, your opinions, whatever it may be. And from there, tag Kansas City Chiefs by Chat Sports on Facebook. That would do us a big favor to get this show out to as many people in the kingdom as possible, because we want to grow this thing and make this the best Chiefs channel we possibly can. Share the show, and we'll get started with today's show. First question in the mailbag this week comes from Let Mahomes Cook. He wants to know, will this be Mahomes' best season yet? Great question there, Let Mahomes Cook. And you look at Patrick Mahomes' career, to think that he still isn't that old, right? He's really still getting started. 3 Super Bowls in and 2 NFL MVPs in already to this point. But you look back at last year, the regular season was not the best performance from Patrick Mahomes by any stretch of the imagination. 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, over 4,100 yards, a 67% completion percentage. And the thing that we all point to, of course, is just how dreadful that receiving core was for Kansas City last year, and then the year before that as well, really since the Tyreek Hill departure. And so now you look at, okay, what is different now, and this receiving core is vastly improved from what it was a year ago with the additions of Marquise Brown and Xavier Worthy. And I've told you previously, I'm pretty high on Jared Wiley, the fourth-round rookie tight end out of TCU. I think that he's going to change things up for the tight end room, playing alongside Travis Kelce there. So you got more options in the receiving game, the best receiving core you've had in quite some time there in Kansas City. Will it be his best season? I don't know, because you look at the MVP years, they were so good. It's going to be hard to match that. But at the end of the day, we're sitting here saying to ourselves, the MVP, if he won it again, that'd be nice. But it's all about what happens at the end of the year of getting back to the Super Bowl. And I think that the Chiefs have every reason to believe that Mahomes is going to get them there again, that they're going to win it again. So for me, in an ideal world, I'll take an MVP season. If he can get 40-plus touchdowns, maybe cut back on the interceptions a bit, which, again, I don't necessarily think was all his fault with how bad that receiving core was the last couple of seasons. But that, to me, I think is going to be the big difference, is that the touchdown numbers come up and the interception numbers come down, and it will be competitive for him to be one of his better seasons. His very best, I don't know about that, but I think this will be one of the better ones that he's had over his career. What do you guys think? Our pin comment today, will this be the best season of Patrick Mahomes' career in 2024? You got 2 options on our pin comment today. You can type Y for yes or in for no. Weigh in and let us know what you think. You know the vibe. The vibes are immaculate here on the Chiefs Report. What version of Travis Kelce will we see this season? So earlier this week, Travis Kelce was talking about his expectations for 2024, how happy he was to get back to training camp in St. Joe. And although he's living this multi-million-dollar life and got everything that you could want, you know, dating, of course, a superstar in Taylor Swift and all that great stuff, he was glad to be back in the humble confines, if you will, there in St. Joe, staying in the dorms and all that, back to business, if you will, for Travis Kelce, and that he's looking to step things up from what was considered a down year for Travis Kelce in 2023, as he was another year older and all that. But even with that said, his down year, how many players across the National Football League at his position would have gladly taken of 93 catches, 984 yards, 5 touchdowns, and over 10 yards of reception? And then we saw him really crank it up a notch when it came to the postseason. Travis Kelce was phenomenal last year. And so for me, with Travis playing with a little chip on his shoulder, and also the fact that this receiving core is better, where teams aren't going to be able to focus in as much on Travis Kelce as what they had the last couple of seasons because the Chiefs receiving core has more options here. I think that we're going to see Travis Kelce better this year. Not saying that he'll be what he was 2 years ago when he had over 1,300 yards like those statistics you saw there. But there's no reason to think, assuming Travis Kelce stays healthy, that he won't have a 1,000-yard receiving season again, that he could get 10 touchdowns and all that. I think Travis Kelce is going to improve and be better than what he was last year, and you're going to like the result. Do you believe in Travis Kelce? Are you all in that he's going to have another big turnaround season in 2024? Weigh in, let us know. Type B for believe, D for don't. I'm hammering B for believe. I'm not showing my D. Don't show your D in the comments section. Don't type don't. B for believe for Travis Kelce in that comment section below. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the best place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace in Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Let's say you want to go to a Chiefs game or a Royals game or go see Sporting Kansas City. You pick the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. Then you get to pick out your seat, see if you like that seat or not with the visual, and you're checking out on Game Time within a matter of moments. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. It is very simple and easy, folks. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Spicy88 wants to know, what are your expectations for Chris Jones this year? A very good question there, Spicy, when it comes to Chris Jones. Chris Jones missed the first game of the year last year when he was holding out for that opener against the Detroit Lions. But then once he came back, we saw a difference maker. This Chiefs defensive line was night and day difference with Chris Jones in the fold compared to that Week 1 contest against the Detroit Lions. And I think Chris Jones, with that said, you know, we saw him play really well last year, but there was a bit of a catch-up process, if you will, for him with not being at training camp, not playing in the preseason and all that, missing that first game. But by the end of the year, he was fantastic, right? I think with Chris having his money now and being here for all of it, we're going to see the Chris Jones that we saw a year ago that had 15 and a half sacks. I think that this is setting up to be a historic season for Chris Jones. You don't have Aaron Donald in the NFL anymore. He's without question the best defensive tackle in football now. And think about this. You have a plethora of young pass rushers. When you talk about Karlaftis and King Felix and some of these other cats that the Chiefs have here, that is going to take away the opportunity for teams to try to double team and focus on Chris Jones. They still might, but they can't do it as much because the other guys will make them pay for it. So I think Chris Jones is going to have one of, if not the best seasons of his entire career in 2024. What's your confidence level in Chris Jones? Scale it for me, 1 through 10. I'm a 10. No reason to think that Chris Jones isn't going to light it up in 2024. Weigh in, let us know what you think. Chiefs Watch Party season is just around the corner. We'll be live on the channel coming up for the Chiefs' first preseason game on Saturday of next week, so you won't want to miss out on that. And we're going to be doing some exciting stuff here on the channel over the coming weeks ahead as our live shows are going to be returning here during the week. We'll bring you breaking news anytime something happens with the Chiefs. We'll have our daily news and rumors. Some great stuff to come. So you might as well come on in and stay a while, folks, and be a part of the kingdom of the best Chiefs content you won't find anywhere else. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Jerry Jones's daughter. Oh, boy. What will Trent McDuffie's role be this season? Very good question. We saw Trent McDuffie do a little bit of everything in 2023 as he was playing some nickel from time to time, and we saw the Chiefs defense. A lot of times what they did was L'Jarius Sneed was taking on the top receiver that they would face of opposing offenses. And what's going to be different now, McDuffie was talking about earlier this week, that he is looking to kind of change course, if you will, of do things similar to what L'Jarius Sneed did, of taking on that best corner and playing, best receiver rather, and less of the nickel position, being more of the lockdown corner type. And I think for Trent McDuffie, he's going to be fantastic. And he's one of the best corners in football. He's going to embrace that challenge of taking on the Jamar Chases of the world and those type of guys. He's going to be up for it, and I think you're going to like the results for it. It's going to be a collective effort to replace L'Jarius Sneed. It's not just up to one guy. It's going to take multiple guys, and Trent McDuffie is going to be part of that equation as well. What's a bold prediction for the Chiefs this season? If it's about Trent McDuffie or somebody else, be bold in that comment section and tell me something that comes to mind. Let us know what you think. If you enjoyed today's show, share the video. Let's get this show out to as many people as possible. Some exciting stuff to come over the coming weeks here on the Chiefs Report. Subscribe now, and we will see you next time.